Welcome to Parenting Stories. Dive into the most intriguing Reddit parenting stories, where real-life family life unfolds. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily dose of family stories. Let's get into the stories. I came out as non-binary, and my family quit speaking to me. I came out as non-binary in April of this year, at 32 years old. I finally felt comfortable enough with myself to do this and confident enough in myself to do this. My husband supported me through it all and encouraged me to come out openly and be proud of who I am. The day I came out, I got an outpouring of love and support from friends, but received a call from my older brother a day or two later telling me my mom and sister were pissed. I somehow knew they would be. I grew up in a conservative home, one that constantly told me being gay was a sin and wasn't right. I hid away the part of myself I knew they wouldn't love and accept. Along with being non-binary, I'm also, now openly, pansexual. My son's birthday party was about a week after I came out. My mom and sister came but didn't even speak to me, my son, my husband, or my daughter. They were there for maybe 30 to 45 minutes and left. My mom acts like nothing happened and I never came out. My sister hasn't spoken to me since I came out, and my grandmother has basically disowned me after I ignored her comments about praying for me. It's been 8 months. Yet I still haven't gotten the nerve to talk to them about any of it. My older brother is the only one who is even remotely in my life. He's supportive and has shown me he's a safe space. I'm grateful for him and his girlfriend, who has also been supportive. Tomorrow is Christmas, which is also my birthday. I haven't seen my family since Thanksgiving, and I couldn't care less about seeing them. I love the family I've created with my husband and our kids. TLDR, my family quit speaking to me after I came out as non-binary in April. Now, we will start with another story. Sister asking family to babysit. Hi all, this is going to be a long post, but I'm desperately needing to vent and any advice would be appreciated. I'm feeling conflicted about my older sister's, 28F, expectations of my parents when it comes to taking care of her 1-year-old son. My sister works hard, and I know raising a toddler is exhausting, but it feels like she's constantly pushing the limits of what's fair to ask from my parents, Dad 65 and Mom 57, who aren't as young and energetic as she and her husband, and both working full-time. For context, my mom only has 2 days off each week, but my sister already asks her to come over and help with the baby on both of those days. Now, she's gone a step further and asked my parents to look after her son on Christmas Eve for an entire day and night just so she can sleep in and rest. While I get that she's tired and probably needs a break, I can't help but feel frustrated. It's her child, and I don't think it's fair for my parents to be taking on this much responsibility when they're supposed to be enjoying their time off. To be clear, I don't mind that she brings her son over to our house. It's fine if she wants to sleep in for one day. I get it, everyone needs a break sometimes. My biggest concern is that she might make this a regular thing because that's how she tends to be. And I gotta be honest, him being here at night makes me feel rather uncomfortable. We have to stick to his routine instead of ours, and it's a lot of inconvenience on our part. Now that my mom's coming over to babysit him during her 2 days off for 3 months, nighttime is literally the only time she could rest and enjoy some TV. My mom has always had trouble sleeping, and my parents will go above and beyond for their kids, but that doesn't mean it's fair to push them this much. I also feel stuck because when my mom is with the baby all day, I can't just sit back and do nothing. It feels like I'm obligated to help out too. And I do not mind helping out at all, but at the same time, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being put in an uncomfortable situation without much choice. I didn't sign up to take care of a baby. Then I start wondering if I'm being selfish for thinking this way. I love my nephew a lot, and I played with and watched him all the time. To her credit, my sister isn't oblivious. She knows my parents won't accept payment for babysitting, so she sneaks money into their bank account as compensation, $2,000. She also gave them Christmas gifts early as a thank you. I know she's not trying to be rude or take advantage of them, but it still feels unfair. She's severely mentally unstable, it's in our genes, and from time to time has expressed that she regrets having him, then wanting another kid the next day. I tried bringing up my feelings to her once, but she called me selfish. That really hurt, because I don't think it's selfish to care about how much this is affecting my parents, especially when they aren't saying anything about being overwhelmed. Now, I feel like I can't say anything anymore because I don't help much with the baby in general, so maybe it's not my place. For context, I still live with my parents and give them $2,000 to $3,000 each year to contribute, so I try to do my part and I pay every time we eat out, which is 2 to 3 times per week. Still, the situation leaves me feeling drained, conflicted. My OCD's been flaring up and I don't know what to think or how to feel anymore. I'm just overwhelmed. When a thought latched onto my head, I can't let it go, and now I'm just afraid this might be a reoccurrence. But I can't talk to anyone about it without being called selfish, when I'm only concerned for my mom because knowing her, she will probably stay up the entire night to watch him sleep. Keep in mind that he's a difficult child. And also because I don't feel comfortable with the setup. Another thing I want to add is that I've always been her personal therapist when she constantly had irrational fears regarding her child, such as him having ADHD, autism, and constantly sought reassurance ever since he was born. She also had issue at every stage of her relationship even though no one did anything to her, claiming that she's not made for the married life, then regret marrying at all. And now this. I tried my best to help her always despite having issues of my own, and it does get exhausting. In conclusion, I just want to say that I do not mind her giving her kid to us today so she could get a full day of rest and a full night of sleep. She deserves it, nor do I mind my mom coming over twice a week, because it's their settlement and I have no rights to interfere. I just don't want this to be a reoccurrence, because it makes me feel suffocating, having to work around his routine at nighttime, which means I don't get to sit back and enjoy the evening, and neither do my parents. At the same time, I feel like a B*TCH for feeling that way. Am I overthinking this? Is it selfish to feel like this? How would you handle the situation? What options would you recommend to her? I also want to make things easier for her, but this isn't a plausible long-term option, I fear. Right now, as I'm writing this, he's screaming his lungs out instead of sleeping, and my parents have to tend to him, and my mom told me to not come too close cause it might overwhelm him.